Hello and welcome, folks, live here at Marino Stadium, home of the Gateway Gators here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, just east of Pittsburgh. We have ourselves a season finale likely for these teams here, at least for the Gators, as they look to win their first contest of the year against 3A playoff contender Penn-Trafford. It's the Warriors and the Gators here on NFHS. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm Vince Russo, and we have ourselves another non-conference matchup here. 2A versus 3A here in Lacrosse. Should be a good one here today. The Gators and Warriors taking to the field on what is a beautiful sunny evening here in western Pennsylvania. Temperatures in the mid to high 70s, not a whole lot of wind. So see if we'll get some cramping here. Some of the better weather we've seen here for spring sports. There you see right on your screen, 46% humidity, wind coming in at 8 miles per hour, and the sunset will not be going down here anytime soon. Teams take to the field. We are just a moment or two away from getting started. 12 minutes on the clock, 4 quarters here between these two teams, 48 minutes in total. Warriors 3-4. They are looking at this game as a tune-up as they'll take on Pine Richland next week in the first round of the 3A playoffs. That's going to be a 7 versus 10 matchup. So the Warriors, as the 10 seed, will go on the road to Pine Richland High School. On the other end, the Gators looking to build a little momentum for next season, looking to continue to celebrate their senior class and trying to get that all-important first victory of the season, something to hang the proverbial hat on before the season comes to its conclusion. As you'll see down there, the Gators rocking the home white uniforms, black shorts, helmets, black numbers. They will go left to right on your screen. Number 24 in net for the Gators, and that's going to be the freshman Sean Higson. Stands at 5'8". Going to try and hold things down in goal on the other side. The Warriors going right to left. Green helmets, green jerseys, white numbers, white shorts, and we are underway. And very quickly, a shot and a goal. Penn-Trafford wasting no time in getting on the board, and that's Carter Green, the senior. So 1-0 Penn-Trafford in net for the Warriors. Connor Adamatis, he is also a senior. A good crop of seniors for this Penn-Trafford team looking to finish their regular season at 500. Our standings are updated as of May 8th. And it's Carter again. He's going to dump this one off. Quick tack-toe passing. And that's going to be a save by Higson. And so the Gators stymie, at least for the moment, the Warriors. But now both teams battling for the ball behind the net. Will trail out of bounds. And possession will stay with the Warriors in green. Nice pass in front of the net. And an easy goal there. That one put home by number 2. That's Johnny DeMarchis, another senior. So 2 seniors getting on the board quickly for the Warriors. So we'll head back to the face-off circle. Just 32 seconds into this one and 2 goals on the board. Warriors wasting no time at trying to grab the momentum here. Now it's the Gators trying to win their first face-off. Ball will jar loose. And now it's the Warriors once again. A shot from well outside is turned away by Higson. But the possession will remain with Penn-Trafford. So early goals by Carter Green and Johnny DeMarchis. Gators will look for offense from junior captain Daniel Cottalupi. As a Gators team has struggled to score this season, looking to build momentum going into next year's campaign. Right now, putting up a defensive stand, pushing Penn-Trafford outside a little bit. Now the Warriors will try and go to work. Fake pass there. That was Jackson Kerrigan circling around with it. Now they'll get it back behind the net. Looks like a player shaken up there after a stick check there. Bennett Dupilka. They'll get it back to him behind the net. He'll circle, take a quick shot, and he scores. Was able to get past the defender for the Gators. Good effort there by Asante Martin, the senior, but unable to keep Dupilka from getting that one into the back of the net. And so 2 minutes in, 3 goals on the board. Penn-Trafford can't write it up any better. They're off to a hot start here on the home turf of the Gateway Gators. So 3 different goals by 3 different scorers. It's good depth early in this one for the Warriors. Some balanced scoring. That ball comes loose. Gators will come up with it at least for a moment. Still loose, and now a couple players tie it up. See what the call is and see who comes away with it. Looks like it will stay with Penn-Trafford. This player almost loses his footing there. Samuel Didio, the junior midfielder, now orchestrating things along with DeMarchis, who scored the second goal for the Warriors. Nifty move, nice pass there, and it's Green again, going to send this one back behind the net. That one comes loose. For a moment, Braden Mastine couldn't handle it, but he'll get it back. Another sophomore attacker scans his options and moves it back over to DeMarchis. Now DeMarchis will get it back to Green. Green tries to undress the defender, gets a step, puts that one in front, and the shot goes well off the mark, but Penn-Trafford races toward the sidelines to maintain possession after that shot missed the net entirely, so Higson not challenged there. Save made there, or rather looked like it might have been blocked in front. Either way, ball still loose. Penn-Trafford comes away with it. And the Warriors will go back to work. Dupilka with it now. He scored the last goal for the Warriors. He's looking for more, but he'll pass it off to Green. And they'll send it around the horn, all the way back behind the net. That's Mastine again, back up to Green. Green thinks about pulling the trigger. Now a fake shot and one that misses everything. Didio tried to dial that one up from about 20 yards out, missed everything. Had a good bit of speed on that one, just not a lot of accuracy. And a shot and a goal from out toward the 20-yard line. That one scored by Dupilka again. So 2 in a row for the senior attacker. And 4 unanswered to start here for Penn-Trafford. And so the playoffs will start next week for the WPIAL. Championships will be held on May 25th and 26th at Joe Walton Stadium at Robert Morris University over toward the airport. As we talked about in AAA, class of the crop is Mount Lebanon, as they have a bye along with North Allegheny and Shadyside Academy. It'll be Pine Richland versus Penn-Trafford. So the Warriors will play Monday at 7 p.m. at Pine Richland. And they will advance on whoever wins that game to play the 2-seed North Allegheny. Other notable matchups in AAA. Bethel Park, the 6-seed, takes on Seneca Valley, the 11-seed, for the chance to play the 3-seed Shadyside Academy. Butler versus Central Catholic in the 8-9 matchup for the chance to take on Mount Lebanon. Peters Township, they got a bye at number 4, so they'll await the winner of 5 versus 12 matchup, Upper St. Clair versus Cannon Mac. So a handful of South Hills teams there. As a shot goes wide and out of bounds, but Penn-Trafford once again will retain possession. Now an errant pass gets away, and the Gators trying to come up with this one, and eventually they do. And an errant pass there, and Caudalupi got to try and fight to get this one back, and then a big-time hit. It's going to result in a delayed penalty here. A couple flags come out. So it had been a clean game for the first half of this first quarter. But Gateway will be down a man here whenever play is stopped. Nice passing there, and a goal once again. This one will be scored by number 14, Jackson Kerrigan, and the junior is now the 4th goal scorer for the 5 goals for Penn-Trafford, so balanced scoring all the way around. We'll head back to the face-off dot with a 5-0 decision here thus far through 5 minutes and 53 seconds of play here at Auntie Marino Stadium. So, face-off dot. Another win for Penn-Trafford. As Damon Gowder unable to come up with that one. Dom, one of the seniors for the Gators, along with Matthew Alexander, Robert Johnson, Tyler Valentich, Sante Martin, and Chris Horton, along with Eric Brophy, all seniors that have suited up throughout the season for the Gators, who find themselves in a hole here early in this one. That pass will get away. And a nice save there. Really nice effort there by Dupilka to keep that one in. Now he'll get it back, hesitates, takes the shot, and that one on its way back past the scoreboard as that one missed everything. But we'll play on here. Shot is blocked and turned over, and that's Asante Martin coming down the other way with it. Now the Gators, for the first time, have the ball in offensive territory. Matthew Alexander going to try to put these wheels to work. Hasn't done a lot here in the early going. He'll have an opportunity to get the Gators on the board. Caudalupi with it now. The Gators working that ball around, trying to create some holes. Gators taking their time here, trying to trim this early 5-0 lead. Rob Johnson with it now. He sends that one back up toward midfield, misses everyone. Now Dupilka and company will start back the other way. Caudalupi with a stick check, and he'll knock it loose. Penn-Trafford comes back up with it. A nice pass there. After the quick stoppage, we'll continue on. Time winding down here, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. There'll be no break between the first and second. We'll get about a 10-minute break between quarters 2 and 3 at halftime. And 3 will go straight into 4, and we'll play on beyond that if we need it. But so far, it's been all Penn-Trafford, 5-0 here. Visitors on top of the home team. Nice feed inside. That one gets away from the Gators, though. They'll get it back, though, and a shot behind the back. That was a beautiful goal. As Carter Green just flicked that one behind his back. Boy, was that pretty, and that's going to be his second goal, and that'll make it 6-0 here Gators had kept Penn-Trafford, off the board for a few minutes there. But the turnover and a quick foul turned into an opportunity, and Penn-Trafford capitalized there. And so they'll head back to the face-off circle, up a half a dozen here early in this one. Another face-off win for the Warriors. That ball gets away, though, momentarily, and now working with some wide open space are the Warriors. Kerrigan with it. They'll move it around, get it behind the net. Thought about going to Dupilka. Now they'll put it up top. And that's a nice save there from Higson. Was able to get that one into the wicket at least for a minute there. Sam Didio was looking for his first goal of the contest. He's rejected, and now it's Horton for the Gators, but that one comes loose. Now a pass in front of the net and a shot and a goal. Too easy there. Nice passing, good vision. It's Dupilka. He has a hat trick here in the first quarter. He's got 3 of the 7 here for Penn-Trafford. So back in action here. We were a little delayed. There was a ref caught in traffic and needed a few minutes to get our entire officiating crew here together before we could get this one rolling, but we're into it now. The Gators, another errant pass, and saw a player there say that he just couldn't see the ball. That was Ian Wilson, the junior for the Gators. A little bit of frustration there, and that is one thing here with the stadium. Position as is, the sun tends to set right on that far side of the field from where we are positioned, and that can certainly create a difficult time seeing things. But in the meantime, the Gators go up a man. And so they'll have their first real solid opportunity here to put one behind the net of the Warriors. There's a shot off the mark there. Gators thought they had possession. Instead, it will go to the Warriors. Here they come again. Gators able to stop the ball. Now it'll get turned over. It'll come out toward the Gators, who now try and transfer from defense to offense quickly. Try to score in transition. Brophy scanned his options. He'll pull it back out. Circles around. Feed it up top to Cottalupi. They'll continue to circle this one around. A shot from out wide. A nice save there. Taken in with relative ease. Connor Adamitis, senior goalkeeper. This is his first real challenge in this one. And now another pass errant for Penn-Trafford, but they'll get back to this one before it crosses midfield. We'll play on. Cutter inside. Well defended by the Gators. Now a fake shot. They'll feed it inside quick. Quick goal on the backhand. And that Cutter ends up scoring after all, and that's Didio. He seemed overdue. It had a couple really good opportunities. One missed the net entirely. One was saved by the goalkeeper, Higson, for the Gators. And Third time is a charm for number 3. Finds the back of the net with just 37.8 seconds left here. And the lead is up to 8 for the Warriors. Another quick pass, tic-tac-toe, and they'll put this one behind Higson with relative ease. That's Braden Mastine. So goal number 9. That is the 6th different scorer for Penn-Trafford. Now it's the Gators taking a face-off and coming down the other way, looking for an opportunity here to net one before the clock hits triple zeros. Gators going to have to go quick. Just 11 seconds left here in the first quarter. Brophy scans his options. He's out toward the 35-yard line. They'll pass it inside quick. Cottalupi has it taken away momentarily. Brophy gets it back, has just 1 second, doesn't take the shot. And that is how the first quarter will end. We'll pause for just a moment. Well, these two teams have a quick timeout. But after one quarter of play, it is 9-0 Penn-Trafford here at Ante Marino Stadium. Both teams getting ready to take back to the field here. Teams will switch sides, so Gators will be going right to left across your screen. Penn-Trafford, the Warriors, they'll go left to right. We'll see if the Gators can regroup, build a little momentum after a tough first quarter out there. Allowing 9 goals. Penn-Trafford scored early, scored often. Including a hat trick from senior Bennett Dupilka, the senior attacker. 2 goals from Carter Green as well, the senior midfielder. Back underway here live on NFHS. Vince Russo here, our talented crew led by Adam Gusky. We got both of the Lee Schaefers once again, running the broadcast, running the camera. And what is, once again, a beautiful night. You have to mention that more than once when it's not always a given in April or May here in western Pennsylvania, but sunny skies, no clouds. A little warm, a little humid, but a lot better than a lot of the alternatives we've seen throughout the season. As another goal there for Penn-Trafford. That's Didio. He missed the mark a few times early in the first quarter, but he's dialed in now. He has 2 goals and 2 of the last 3 for the Warriors. And so his second marker puts Penn-Trafford into double digits here. It's 10 goals scored by 6 different players for Penn-Trafford. And Didio now just the 3rd Warrior with multiple goals on the evening. Once again, face-off won by Penn-Trafford. They'll come away with it now. That ball fumbled away. And here come the Gators. Clean pass there. Rob Johnson with it. Scanning his options, looking for help. Gets it to Matthew Alexander, who spins away, has a little room. He'll take the shot low, and he'll score.
Hey, there's a Gator goal for the captain, number 9, Matt Alexander.
And so one of your captains goes low between the legs of the goalkeeper, and that is the first goal on the evening for the Gators, courtesy of number 9, Matthew Alexander. So Gators with a little momentum are on the board officially. Alexander, the senior, trying to close out his Gators lacrosse career with a few highlights. Quick tumble there, but the Gators come away with this face-off. Cottalupi tried to thread the needle there. Get that pass to number 18, Ian Wilson. Off the mark, though. Now the ball loose once again. And it's Cottalupi. Forces another turnover. Has done a good job of that early tonight. He'll swim through a couple defenders. Pulls it back. Gets it back to Alexander. And he'll retreat back out. Get it back to Cottalupi. The Gators, a little momentum here early in this one. That ball gets away for a moment. Brophy fighting for it. Still doesn't have it. That ball's still loose. And Brophy kind of just danced around that one. Wasn't able to get a full grasp on it. It was bouncing around. And so that's going to go out of bounds on the Gators. The ball will go back to Penn-Trafford. Long pass downfield. Intercepted by the Gators as that one's off the mark. Now another long pass off the mark once again. Gators will have this one go out of bounds this time. That was Asen Osbrook trying to go deep, looking for Matthew Alexander. Pace starting to pick up here a little bit. Good crowd here tonight. Good night to get out, enjoy the nice weather, enjoy a little lacrosse here. Still a sport that's growing here in Western Pennsylvania. Good ball movement here by the Warriors. That one gets loose for just a second. Dylan Militzer with it now. Another senior, a senior-laden team here. A shot, that one's just going to miss. Tried to go low and away with it. Didio was looking to cap off the hat trick here. Couldn't get it. For the time being, the Gators keep the lead in single digits. If they can get a stop, they get an opportunity to make a little bit of a run here, but it's going to be behind the back attempt there. Didio trying to get a little fancy with it. That one will go wide. But Penn-Trafford will keep possession here. So we're about 4 minutes in here, edging our way toward halftime. Pass in front. That one's going to find the back of the net for the second time. That's going to be Jackson Kerrigan. So Kerrigan now the fourth member of the Warrior squad to score at least 2 goals in this one. That was scored right at the 8-minute mark. We'll head back to the face-off circle. Carter Green in the dot for the Warriors. Ian Wilson for the Gators. Warriors come away with it. Quick passing, quick goal. There's a hit up high there. We'll see if we get a call, but in the meantime, that will be a goal. Looks like number 65. That's Brady Mcclintock. So McClintock gets on the scoreboard for the first time. He's now the 7th Warrior to find the back of the net, and the lead is 11. Warriors with it again here on offense, off and running. Not quite in as much of a rush, willing to pull things back, take their time, look for the open cutter. They'll send this one back up. That pass a little errant. It'll get up toward the 40-yard line. Bad pass there, but Gators unable to intercept it, and so the Warriors play on, trying to lull the Gators defense to sleep. Now they'll get a shot, and that one's going to find the back of the net. Bouncing shot. That one is Dylan Militzer, another senior attacker. So 8 different players producing 13 goals thus far for Penn-Trafford. So we will head back to the face-off dot, and once again coming away with it are the Warriors' A.J. Aquino, the sophomore, comes up with that one. So you see a couple substitutions, some different players getting in for Penn-Trafford. Another player losing that ball in the sun. Aquino will come up with it. The intended pass was looking for Noah Mofa. Player falls there, loses footing. That's Aquino. Get it back to Militzer, and Warriors continue to try and find a little wiggle room within the Gators defense here. Gators doing a good job not allowing cutters to get open and not allowing anyone to really cut their way inside. Past halfway here in quarter number 2, a thread into the middle. That's going to get shot right from in front of the net.
By number 22.
So that one scored by number 22 for Penn-Trafford. We don't have that number on our roster, so not exactly sure who that young man is, but he ends up becoming the 9th different Warrior to score here in this contest. And the lead is 13. Interference call against Penn-Trafford. Scott Coy, the senior, going to get called off. So that'll be a 30-second penalty. And the Gators will go up a man with an opportunity here to net their second tally of the evening. Second time the Gators have gone up a man here. They'll have 30 seconds. They'll go to work quickly. That pass off the mark. Brophy just sort of scuttles that one along. Now it's back to Cottalupi. Cottalupi going to pull the trigger. And that one blocked before it gets to the net. Gators will keep possession at least for a moment. That ball's still loose. Now Penn-Trafford comes away with it. They'll try and get this one down the field quickly to salt away the end of this penalty. And they'll get it past midfield. Hard charging. That shot blocked. Almost crept past Higson, but he's able to make the save. Good effort there by the goalkeeper to keep that one out of the back of the net. Mark Jolly was coming down with a full head of steam, got it to number 17, and now a quick shot from inside. That's going to be the second goal of the evening for number 65, Brady Mcclintock. So that's 15 on the board for Penn-Trafford. With 4 minutes and 12 seconds until the intermission, Gators have had a couple opportunities but haven't been able to get shots on the net. But they'll come away with the face-off here. That pass gets away from the Gators. Ball was jarred loose, and Joe Grill made a play for it, wasn't able to come up with it, and so once again, Penn-Trafford will go to work. Quick thread inside, that pass on the mark, and that one's behind the goalkeeper. And Bryce Kopazinski now makes it 10 different scores for Penn-Trafford, as number 15 has his first tally to make the lead 15. It is 16-1, Penn-Trafford. So looking at the AA bracket, Gators in the midst of a rebuilding year will not be in the postseason tournament this year. That tournament highlighted by the 1 seed Mars, who's really been the cream of the crop in 2A lacrosse for the entirety of the last decade, it seems. So they have a bye. They'll take on the winner of Trinity and Shaler. The other top seeds also with a bye. That's Quaker Valley is the 2, Indiana the 3, Hampton the 4. South Fayette, Sewickley Academy will play in the 5-12 matchup. So we get a penalty, unnecessary roughness against Penn-Trafford. That's going to be Gavin Weaver, the freshman. And the other matchup, the 7-10, is Franklin Regional in North Hills. First round games. Catalupi finds the back of the net. That was quick right off of the penalty, takes advantage, and now the two captains have found the back of the net for the Gators. And so it is now 16-2. Nice move, nice finish for Catalupi. So the first round playoff games will happen Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then Thursday, Friday, the 19th and 20th. Semifinals on the 23rd, that's a Monday, and then later that week, toward the end of the month, 25th and 26th, will be the finals, as we said, at Joe Walton Stadium. Penn-Trafford certainly hopes to be in the mix for 3A. As the 10 seed, they're certainly not the favorites, but get yourself into the dance. You've got an opportunity. Warriors building momentum here with their performance thus far against the Gators. Quick pass inside. That one broken up. Asante Martin with a nice defensive play. Martin staying with it, forcing his defender to, or the offensive player to retreat back. And so Martin able to keep that ball away from Higson. Cutter inside, shot from a sharp angle, and Higson with a nice save there. Definitely some pieces, some younger players on this team, Higson being one of them. Just a freshman. Maybe a little bit of a baptism by fire, but best way to learn is by doing, and He's been doing it a lot this season. We'll have some more time to grow as another goal there for Penn-Trafford.
Goal by number 17 for Penn-Trafford.
Again, that's another member of their roster that we don't have a name for. It's number 17 with the tally there. That is goal number 17. 17-2 now our score with just under 2 minutes left until halftime. Substitution being made. Connor Alsing checking in, the sophomore for Penn-Trafford. The player goes down, and now we'll have a penalty. Kodalupi. See if we're able to hear what the official call is. That's going to be a 2-minute penalty for unnecessary roughness. Kodalupi can't believe it. So now Penn-Trafford will have the rest of the half a man up. That's a quick shot and a quick goal. That'll find the back of the net, or will it? That did not. I think everyone got fooled there for a second. That one hit the side of the net. Now that ball lost once again. Turnover right in front of the net. Higson able to come up with a stop. Ball loose again, as Horton has it stripped away a couple times. So a quick whistle, but ball will stay with the Gators after a couple strong defensive plays there, albeit a turnover sandwiched in between. They'll get it back to Horton. He's got time, will carry it up himself. Now he'll get it across. That'll be to Matthew Alexander, one of the 2 goal scorers for the Gators. And now the Gators down a man, going to try and throw this one to the front of the net. That one off the mark, looking for Eric Brophy. Now a quick pass, a nice scoop there by A.J. Aquino. Aquino skies that one over. That will go well out of bounds and will be turned back over to the Gators with 42.6 seconds left here in the first half. Gators trying to go quick here. They'll get it back to Matthew Alexander. Thought about trying to thread the needle inside. Now tries to create some space. Nowhere to go. 25 seconds left. They'll pull it back out. Now being hounded. It's Dallas Steele. Steele has it, but he's running out of time. 14 seconds left. Still has it. Still circling away from a couple defenders. Now it's jarred loose. Ball bouncing around. That will go well out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Gators, and they're going to have to move quick here. 4.3 seconds left. Clock will start. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and that will end the first half. Our score after 24 minutes of lacrosse, Penn-Trafford 17, Gateway 2. Goals coming courtesy of Matthew Alexander and Dylan Kodalupi. We'll step aside for about 9 minutes and change. We'll return with the second half here on NFHS. As we said, your halftime score, Warriors 17, Gators 2. So we are back, half number 2 here on NFHS. Thank you all for joining us. Along with a pair of Lee Schaefers, I'm Vince Russo. That's our crew for tonight here as we bring you at least one last lacrosse game here for the season. So far, tough sledding for the Gators. They find themselves down 17-2 after one half of play. Goals by the 2 captains, Daniel Kodalupi and Matthew Alexander. Gators still have a little bit of time on the man advantage from the end of half number one. They got about 30 seconds left here as we roll back into play. We should also have the modified timekeeping, a running clock, due to the deficit, with the score being the way that it is. Gators will look to build some momentum, though, and take a shot here. That one from far out looked like it hit the post.
Nice save there by.
So a near connection. And now coming back quickly the other way will be A.J. Aquino and the Penn-Trafford Warriors. Warriors going right to left on your screen. Gators going left to right. As we said in the first half, if you're just joining us, Gators in the home white uniforms. Black helmets, black shorts on the other side. Penn-Trafford with the green uniforms, green helmets, and white shorts. Ball gets loose away from the Warriors here as they head back onto the offensive. That one will get loose and trail out of bounds. Turnover, Gators will get it back here. We are already 90 seconds in here to the second half. With a win, Penn-Trafford would move to 500 on the season, 4-4 as we noted in the first half. Warriors fans will get to see their team play in the postseason on Monday. They'll take on Pine Richland as the 10 seed. Rams will be the 7 seed. They'll go to Pine Richland and play that game at 7 p.m. on Monday. On the other end, Gators staring down what could potentially be a winless season, 0-6 thus far, looking to try and claw their way back into this one, at least put a few more goals up on the board. It's been a tough sledding year as far as scoring is concerned for the Gators. Have shown some bright spots. And here is one, knifing in and scoring is Catalupi. So second goal for Catalupi out of the Gators 3, and they'll get the first goal here in half number 2. So we'll head back to the face-off dot, number 18 for the Gators. Ian Wilson will match up against Scott Coy. Coy committed a penalty late in that first half, led to an advantage for the Gators, but he'll win the draw here. It looked like the Warriors stepped out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Gators. They'll have a chance to build on the momentum after the goal by Catalupi. They'll get it back to Matthew Alexander. He tries to create some space, knifes away from a few defenders there. Nice move. And they'll move it. That's to Brophy. Brophy able to come away with it after dropping it momentarily. And so the Gators go to work on the offensive. Joe Grill with it now. Grill still with it. Dancing from a would-be defender. He'll leave that back off for Matthew Alexander, who gets a couple pokes from an opposing stick there. Still trying to create some space. Connor Alexander applying the pressure defensively. We'll go back to Alexander. Hops, tries to knife through, able to swim from a couple defenders. Shot goes down low. As it's Andrew Macy, the sophomore, in net now for Penn-Trafford, but they're up to the task there. And it'll be the Warriors coming back down the other way. Errant pass there. They were looking, try and get that one to Brady Mcclintock, who had 2 goals in the first half. 11 different Warriors getting on the scoreboard for those 17 goals in the first half. Gators go for the long downfield pass. That one will be intercepted. Aquino had it for a minute, got loose, and now coming down the other way are the Gators. Rob Johnson with it. Shot from a decent ways out. That one's off the mark. Brophy can't get that one on net, and so the ball will go back to Penn-Trafford, as we have already seen 5 minutes go by here in the third quarter with the modified timekeeping. Nice connection downfield. Penn-Trafford looking to turn defense into offense. They'll get past the 50-yard line, but this pass once again way too much. As that one was airmailed. So the Gators will have it once again. Horton sends this one downfield. That'll be intercepted. The Warriors will try to capitalize on the turnover. They have numbers, but that pass well off the mark. That'll dribble out towards the boundary, where the Gators will take back over with 5:43 left in the third quarter. They have the lone goal here, and it's off of the stick of that young man right there, Daniel Catalupi. He'll have that one taken away as his pocket is picked, and now this ball will roll out of bounds. A little give and take here. Both teams trying to keep things moving quickly, get passes connected downfield. Horton fakes the pass there, able to get some separation.
With that pass,
now he dumps it off. Ball will stay with the Gators here. Joe Grill will play it. Also touching it on the possession was Asen Osbrook after the pass from the senior Chris Horton. Ball trails out of bounds. Still trying to sort out between the officials who retains possession. Looks like the ball will go back to the Warriors. We're still in search of their first goal of the second half. A couple players fall. Now a stick goes flying there as a couple hits. Finally the ball is recovered. And another pass that just can't be handled there. And certainly some younger players getting in here in half number 2 as both of these programs looking to cultivate that next generation, those next pieces of the puzzle for these programs. Penn-Trafford as a current playoff contender. Gators has a young up-and-coming team. This one will get away from the Gators. Will dribble all the way to the net. Andrew Macy picked that one up, and now a whistle. Now once again, possession back with the Warriors. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Pass for the cutter inside. That one off the mark. This ball is loose. Chasing in after it. Brandon Cerrucci for the Gators. Now a whistle. And possession stays with the Warriors. Sun's starting to set here a little bit. Shadows getting a little bit longer. Still incredibly warm out. You'd have to think that sun definitely plays a factor in whether or not able to see that white ball in the sunlight. Some of these passes, a shot from far out there Higson able to come away with the save, and now Santi Martin dancing away from a ton of defenders. Bowls over one, but loses the ball in the progress of that play. And now it's Horton. Horton going to look to make a move. He gets past one defender. He's still going. Now he sends this one deep downfield. Nice pass there. Brophy can't handle it. Has had his troubles with possession, and he'll come away with it now. And now the shot from a sharp angle. That one off the mark. No goal there. Off of the opportunity for Matthew Alexander, the senior. Gators will go back to work. Cotalupi gets hit, falls down, loses the ball. Now it's going the other way. He'll take it back. Cotalupi done a great job tonight on the defensive side of the ball, taking that ball away. Now a Gator pushed to the turf. Whistle will blow. Gators will maintain possession after the foul, and we have just 25 seconds left here. Cotalupi with the move, creating some space, circles around, just him and the goaltender. Can't get that one past Macy. Now big hit along the sidelines. Clock will continue to run, and that'll be the conclusion of the third quarter. Just one goal scored in quarter number 3, and it was courtesy of the Gators as Daniel Cotalupi able to come away with one. That's his second of the game. And once again, we'll step aside for just about a minute here. And we'll return with the fourth quarter here. Warriors 17, Gators 3. 12 minutes to go. 1 quarter left to play. Gators find themselves in a hole here, down 17-3 to the Warriors, compounded by a running clock here in the second half, but did win that third quarter, scored the lone goal. Daniel Cotalupi found the back of the net. And so a positive step forward there for the Gators. Teams will switch sides one more time. Gators will go right to left across your screen. Warriors will go left to right. The sun continues to set across from us here on what's been a beautiful evening for lacrosse here at Ante Marino Stadium here on NFHS. We appreciate everyone joining, along with the Lee Schaefer duo. I am Vince Russo, our crew led by Adam Gusky. A quick shot here, well off of the mark. Possession will stay with Penn-Trafford, but not sure how many games we'll have left or what's on the docket as spring sports start to transition to the playoffs and ultimately toward the end of the school year. So they'll try to thread the needle in front. The cutter unable to come up with it. That ball's still loose and just wide of the net. We want to thank everyone who's tuned in throughout the year on NFHS for all of the different sports that we've been able to bring you here for Gateway High School. Between football and soccer in the fall, volleyball as well. As that shot finds the back of the net.
Go there for Penn-Trafford. Number 13.
That'll be number 13 for Penn-Trafford. And once again, that's one of those numbers we just don't have on the roster, folks. So we apologize. Pulled that straight from the PIAA and the WPIAL. So 13 with his first goal of the contest, the 12th different goal scorer, and it is 18-3. Lead is back up to 15. First goal of the second half for the Warriors. But between fall sports and the winter and spring sports, including the dramatic and historic run by the Gateway Gators basketball team advancing to the state's Final Four for the first time in program history. It's been quite a year. And a nice bookend to my comment there. It is a goal.
Number 22, Eric Brophy.
As you hear the PA announcer, it's Eric Brophy. Scores his first of the contest and is the third Gator to get onto the scoreboard. And just as quickly as the Warriors built that lead back up to 15, Brophy able to find the back of the net. And it is now 18-4. Gators have 8 seniors on their roster that they will be bidding farewell to at the end of this season. The penalty there. Looks like that's against Catalupi. Catalupi will be returning. He's just a junior. So he'll have one more year for the Gators.
Man up, Penn-Trafford.
So that'll be a slashing call and a 1-minute penalty against Catalupi. Among the seniors, as we mentioned, Matthew Alexander, who scored this evening. He will be hanging up his Gators jersey, along with Rob Johnson, Tyler Valentich, Dom Gowder, Asante Martin, Eric Brophy, who just scored, and Chris Horton and Asen Osbrook. Those are your seniors. For your Gateway Gators. So a man-up opportunity for the Warriors. They've had a few tonight, have capitalized on some, not on others. They'll try and go back to work here. That one thrown to the front of the net. No one home there. Just a group of white jerseys, and Higson comes away with it easy. He'll get that up to Asante Martin, who tries to spin, but is stood up by the defender. He'll get back to it as that one's still loose. Neither team really able to come away with it. Eventually, it is the Warriors who will ultimately maintain possession here. Nice move there. Players tied up. Shot to the front of the net. That one's going to sneak its way through. Wasn't an overly hard shot. That'll find the back of the net. Aiden Maga able to find the back of the net to make it 19-4. With about 5 minutes gone by here in our fourth quarter. Gators did have a match earlier this season where they really hung in against another playoff team in AA, Greensburg Central Catholic. We brought that one to you here. Greensburg Central Catholic got out to a strong lead early. Gators clawed all the way back into it, tied it up, but just weren't able to keep that momentum down the stretch. And so there were certainly moments where this team took some steps forward, and you hope that continues to translate into next year. See the Gators take that next step and get back to the playoffs. Last went a few years ago. They were able to win a game in the playoffs, so the program has had success at points. A couple tough years in a row. Good speed here by the Warriors. They'll send this one back behind the net. See if they're able to set it up again. They've done a good job finding cutters toward the front of the net. Ball's jarred loose there. Good defensive play by the Gators. Jacob Williams, number 21. Williams, a 5'10 freshman. Now a timeout will be called by Penn-Trafford with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. Looking to talk things over here, coach up the young guys. Worth noting, it's also senior night on the Gateway Gators campus for the baseball team tonight. Want to wish good luck to the Gators baseball team. They have qualified for the playoffs. So hopefully they can bring home a victory here on senior night. It was unfortunate last week. Gators were able to get the senior festivities in motion for the lacrosse team before weather prevented the game versus Winchester Thurston from happening that Tuesday night. So take another look at clear skies and still 75 degrees. I know a lot of people in Western Pennsylvania thought we'd never get to this point with how much rain we've had lately and cold weather, but a beautiful, beautiful night. A nice crowd on hand here to cheer on the Warriors and Gators as they wrap up their respective regular seasons out here on the turf at A&T Marino Stadium. So we'll resume play with 5 minutes, 15 seconds left, 19-4 our score. It will be the Warriors' ball. They were led early by a hat trick from Bennett Dupilka, along with a couple goals by Carter Green. 2 from Sam Didio. Jackson Kerrigan also scoring 2 goals. Not to be outdone, a pair for Brady Mcclintock as well. Lone 2-goal scorer for the Gators is Daniel Cotalupi, and goals as well for Matthew Alexander. And the last one, Eric Brophy. Those are your goal scorers for the Gators. But who knows, still 4 minutes, 41 seconds left. Might see a few more here as the Gators head back on offense. They'll feed this one inside. It's Horton finding his way on the attack. He'll take the shot, and he'll find the back of the net. And the crowd and the team mob them at the 40-yard line. And when you see guys get toward the end of their career, you just want to celebrate them all that much more. And a nice goal there by Chris Horton, the 5'11 senior. A good look there for a guy who's played well this season and stuck with it even through adverse conditions. So Horton finds the back of the net there. That'll make it 19-5. Dallas Steele checks on, and we'll get ready for another face-off here. Dom Gowder in for the Gateway Gators, but ultimately it will go to Scott Coy. That one will be sent out of bounds, and so it will be Gators' ball after all, with just 3 minutes remaining here. Whistle blows, and we're back in play. Going deep to Cotalupi. That one bounces away. Cotalupi with a nice defensive play there to keep the ball away from the Warriors, and so it pops out towards Eric Brophy, who comes away with it. The Gators will get it up to Matthew Alexander, who will orchestrate the offense here with 2.5 to play. Gets away from Alexander, though. He gets his pocket picked, and now here come the Warriors. Full head of steam. They'll get it out wide. That pass unable to be caught. Even still with some of these young guys, Warriors moving the ball around very, very well. Nice move there, an opening, an extra pass. It looks like the Warriors might be taking the foot off of the gas. Might not attempt another shot here and just allow this time to dwindle away with a win in hand. They'll move to 4-4. They'll take a 500 record into the postseason. As we've mentioned a few times, they'll take on Pine Richland in the first round of the 3A playoffs. The winner of that will take on North Allegheny. Gators will fall to 0-7 on the season, unfortunately, not for a lack of effort. Certainly have had some looks and some opportunities. Hopefully all stuff the team can build on moving forward. Final minute of play here from Marino Stadium. Warriors still playing keep away. A good showing of sportsmanship after all for Penn-Trafford. Worthy opponents. They'll walk out with 19 goals, 17 scored in the first half. The Gators able to rally the troops in the second half. They outscore Penn-Trafford 3-2. Your final score will be 19-5. Warriors take down the Gators, move to 500. The Gators will fall to 0-7. Beautiful night for lacrosse. We got treated to some excellent goals on both sides. Again, your goal scorers for the Gators, Matthew Alexander, 2 from Daniel Catalupi, 1 from Eric Brophy, and then ending it, number 32, Chris Horton, going from defense to offense. They gave him a shot. There he is. Scored the 5th goal. So the Gators have that to hang their hats on as the senior wraps up his career along with 7 others for the Gators. Well, that'll do it for us here on NFHS. It's been a pleasure to be with you tonight on behalf of our crew led by Adam Gusky. Both of our Lee Schaefers running the broadcast, running the cameras, doing a little bit of everything behind the scenes. They truly don't get enough shout-outs or appreciation for all the work that they do. On behalf of all of them, I'm Vince Russo. We'll wrap it up for tonight. Your final score, Penn-Trafford 19, Gateway 5. You all have a great evening. This has been a production on NFHS.